everyone! Welcome to the latest installment of PongoPuppies Plays Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. And we are on the final case, Half Moon Walk. And in this one, we'll see if we get to find out stuff about the Merry Men. They've been in the background of almost all of the cases we've seen. So maybe we'll find out what happened to them. Or maybe that was just a clue for the next game. Who knows? But we do know that this is the last case in this game, so we are almost done. Just a few more hours.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have? Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins
Be
afford
nice,
anything
Watson.
like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson
They spell things
to our
wrong. That's so
annual dinner.
cute.
Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all.
It's
Pray
spelled entree,
continue.
right?
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice.
Homemade juice.
And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Oh, be nice, Watson.
You'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Sherlock seems very excited.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us.
Well,
You don't look
delighted.
well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, 'cause I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Aw,
And
Watson.
forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
I mean, Wiggins has done so much for you. You gotta do something for Wiggins every once in a while, right? That's how friends work.
Hello, Toby. All you need now
Aw,
is a shawl
Toby.
and a mock cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Achievement unlocked. 30 game score. Interact with Toby in every case. Still looking at this girl, huh, Sherlock? I think she's in another game, but I'm not sure. And of course, we get to read this. Sensation, an exotic method of murder. The arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants. A young and beautiful woman, in collaboration with her colleague at the Kew Gardens, planted the terrible murder. Oh, plan. Planted would have worked better because it's plant, but anyway. Planned the terrible murder of their director, Mr. Montague Dunn. Only one detective was capable of uncovering the truth behind a tragedy that was instantly believed to be a simple heart attack. That detective name is Sherlock Holmes. Well, who else would it be? And we got a deadly plant. That's exciting. I bet Watson's real excited about having a deadly plant in the house. Alright, let's go to Half Moon Street and see if we can help Wiggins' brother and prove that he did not do it. Watson's too hard on the secret police. I mean, they take their role very seriously. It looks like all they care about is just someone to pay attention to them and believe in them. And surprisingly, Sherlock's the dude. The one who does that. so here we are on Half Moon Street. There's our carriage. There's some dudes. I went the wrong way already. Ah, now we are on Half Moon Street. Alright, in we go. Looks like that way is a weird dead end. And look, some bodies on the ground. We'll see what's up here. Maybe. There we go.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Please, gentlemen, leave the
Good
scene
evening.
now. Back in the 1800s, you could do that.
Constable Marrow. I
No-
was here
no
with
tape.
Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Basically, I'm
Who
the
were
great detective
victims?
Sherlock Holmes,
The two
and
men
I said,
here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
looks like
You
a robbery.
spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement.
Yeah, there's a conflict
And
of
then there were
interest.
two other witnesses
There you
who
go.
said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
Thanks for that.
But you
I
would have been
appreciate that.
unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud.
Oh,
I couldn't hear
fireworks
anything
isn't
else.
actual fireworks. I thought he was being metaphorical about
what
the
were
gunshots.
the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Of course.
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable,
Thank you.
your statements have been of great value to me.
Let's go check out the dead bodies that I am in the middle of. Let's check out this one first. Let's see. Looks
The bullet
like
struck
he
his
got
head.
hit in the
This man didn't stand a chance.
Oh, I can play. Stuck out. Let's take that piece of wood. Can we take it now? Yep,
A
now we
piece
can
of
take
wood
it.
that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look. This shard of wood is quite new.
We'll take that. We looked at the head, so let's see. This one looks like jeweler. Yep.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Jewelry shop, probably. He's wearing a bow tie. You know he's fancy. Alright, let's take a look at this guy here.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Oh, what's he
A
have?
tattoo
Oh, a tattoo.
from Westgate Prison. Vacotti must have done some time there.
Alright, what else do we still have to... There we go, the head.
Brian Vacotti suffered greatly.
That's
What
too
a
bad.
terrible way to die.
Alright.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
I don't know why we need it. Oh, it's an object of interest, I guess. Alright, let's go get the other two statements. Like the guy up there, who lives up there. So let's talk to him. Hello. I would like your
Good
account
evening,
of what happened.
Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Varro reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman?
I am indeed.
I've heard of you. And well, I know things. Things about this evening.
I'm sure you do.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
But first, let's do a character portrait. Nothing on the face. Oh, metal. Nice. War veteran. Very nice. Oh, missing button. Poor life. Yeah. Requires support. Weak leg. Limping. Probably a war injury.
Could you tell us
Cool.
everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please
Through
continue.
the fireworks?
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
You're a war
what were
veteran.
your
You should know
actions
about
after you
guns.
stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
That makes sense. I don't believe you, but that
You
makes
have helped
sense.
us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Alright. Hi,
Mr.
Wiggins.
Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard? Is he all right?
We haven't gone there yet, Wiggins. We're still trying to prove that he didn't kill anybody. Alright, let's talk to the flower salesperson, and see what she saw. And then we'll get all the testimony.
Mrs. Howell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Great detective,
I'm
Sherlock
assisting
Holmes.
the police with their investigation.
You
of
should
the
start
crime
every
that took
sentence
place
with
this
that.
evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Alright, let's
Could
listen to
you
yours.
tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began.
I
In honour of
understand
Queen
selling
Victoria.
your
I enjoyed
selling your
those.
flowers during the
But then,
fireworks,
all of a
but at
sudden,
night?
a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Don't go down the
Mrs.
street and see
Powell,
it.
Did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Yeah, that would make
Did
sense.
you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
Sure.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Alright. Investigate witnesses is complete. Now it tells me I have to make some deductions with why, so let's do that. Alright, let's see. Common statement. The only person who was seen entering Turner's view. Mr. Turner stated that he remained near his window, but we know that the window was dark. Are those related? Yes, they are. Conflicting statement. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the policeman arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Alright. Let's go talk to him about that conflicting statement. See if maybe we could catch him in a lie. Also, we got a new thing. Search Turner's flat. So let's see if we can ask him to politely come inside. This is Sherlock's way.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh,
Wiggs is in the
Mr.
background
Holmes.
looking at us.
I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Alright, well, conflicting statement.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we
blah,
might have been
blah, blah.
distracted
Poor
by
guy.
the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner.
Oh, be nice,
Would
Sherlock.
you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Oh, that's nice.
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Oh, dude's got a limp. Makes sense.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
I don't know, it looks like a nice sized apartment or flat, since we're in England, for one person.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Or fireworks. There's clearly something on there I wanted to look at. Alright, well, looks like I can't actually look at anything else in here. Oh, what's this? Bunch of books all over the
The
place.
books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
Walking stick. Oh, look! It looks like the broken piece goes there.
Perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Well, you know. He's lying about something. Oh, the fireplace. We can look at that.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Oh, we got the ability to look at something. Fire. Ashes. Burnt paper. Is he just going to stick his hand in there and grab it? Yes, he is.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible.
That's too bad. Maybe Sherlock can do some
The
fancy...
papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Maybe Sherlock can do some fancy investigating. Don't leave the paper on the carpet, though, right? It might catch? I don't know if that's true, but it seems like it's true, and you should be careful about that, is all. Oh, we can look at the kitchen table, so let's see what's here. Looks like a
This
knife,
kitchen knife is quite sharp.
and we have the ability to do that. Kitchen table, sweepings, shredded paper. Oh, shredded paper.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
Looks like he cut up
This
the piece of
kitchen
paper.
knife was used to cut the paper.
Looks like he used the kitchen knife to cut the paper, and then throw the paper into the fire. So what was on the paper? Alright, let's look out the window that he was able to see the people from.
So, that's the view
Yep.
Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
Is that the constable or Watson?
Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. The dead body of Kenneth Butler.
Oh, no, that's
Mr.
Watson
Turner had
and
a
the
perfect
constable.
view
I
of
didn't see the
crime
constable.
scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Yeah, sorry, Wiggins. Your brother looks like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alright, determine the correct sequence of events based on details you have gathered. Alright, let's see. Let's see. First, he's got to get up from bed. So he got up from bed and he took the stick. Then he... Let's see. Placed the broken stick, but he hasn't broken the stick yet. So let's see. He opened the window to see... Oh, not that one. Where the body... Oh, there it is. He opened the window to see what was going on. Then he went downstairs. And approached the body and took something. A piece of paper, perhaps? Then he... Let's see. Placed the broken stick. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, my goodness. Come back. There. Placed the broken stick. Cut paper with knife, and then threw something into the fire, which we know is... So let's watch this, see if there's any gaps. So he got up. Let's fast forward just a little bit. And then he went to the window. He still got the stick. Went downstairs. Took something, broke the stick. Came back upstairs. Placed the broken stick there. And took a book, it looks like. And then he didn't have the stick anymore, so at least we got that part of the sequence correct. And he came over to the table, cut up a piece of paper, and then threw the paper into the fire. Yep, we got it all.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Let's go look. Oh, let's use that part. RB. Flat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Moby Dick.
Well
Hey!
now, what a find. A precious jewel concealed inside a book.
Yeah, who hasn't done that before? In mystery
A
games.
bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Helen of Troy? I don't know. Also, I like how Moby Dick came back. That was in one of the first ones. Where they tricked a sailor into coming by because he had Captain Ahab's. Said Captain Ahab was looking for him.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years,
Well,
such as
that's a
yourself,
nice way of
to
saying
rush
old.
from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Got 12 Angry Men
I'm able
vibe
to
going
move
on
very
here.
quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
When someone's shooting at me. Alright, you do have a limp though, so... Sorry.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window.
Yeah,
that
very
means you could have easily
12
missed
Angry Men
something
vibe
or
here.
someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Yeah. Alright, let's
And what of
have the
everything
whole
else
two.
that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Yeah, okay. Except for you stole an antique
Mr.
bracelet.
Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes,
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess.
But that
It is worth more
could have
than
been
the
a little
home
bit
that you
nicer about
live
that.
in.
I can explain.
Possibly.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything
No,
bad.
he wants to do
I'm
to
just
prison.
a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Sorry. But you do understand, I mean, he got caught. Alright, so, search Turner's flat completed. Let's take a look at what else we have to do. Solve the crime, of course, interrogate Leighton at Scotland Yard, and investigate the ancient bracelet and see how it could have appeared at Half Moon Street, which we probably need archives for. Yep, there's the archives. But before we do that, let's go to Scotland Yard and interrogate Leighton, Wiggins' brother, who everyone's pretty sure did it. But Sherlock knows better. Sherlock knows he didn't do it. Poor Wiggins, though. But that's okay. Good thing he's friends with Sherlock Holmes. And Watson. So every weekend for 2 years now, my husband and I have done movie night. And this year, or in this weekend,
Mr. Holmes,
hey,
whatever brings you here so late at night?
we went to go see Star
I'm
Trek.
interested
And
in the
I
case
highly
of
recommend
young
Star
Leighton
Trek.
Chapman.
The new
He
one
was
that just
arrested
came out.
earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your
It's Inspector
pardon.
Lestrade. Do you ever go home?
That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Well,
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Sherlock has a lot of friends in this version of the game. He's friends with Wiggins, he's friends with Lestrade, he's always friends with Watson.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the
Not
police.
all of them, he and
It is a
Lestrade are
Webley revolver,
are so buddy
a
buddy.
reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Are all of them there? Oh, I can look now. Up 2.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Okay, so you
A
can see.
cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Poor guy. How could he afford a revolver? I mean, clearly.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Leighton, you shouldn't smoke. Or have guns when you're being convicted of crimes. But it's probably not yours, who knows?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
He said suspect, kind of mean suspect. He knows he didn't do
Good
it,
evening, Mr.
but they have to
Chapman.
use the same
Who are you?
voice the whole time.
I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm
Relax,
down, Leighton.
Leighton.
I have come
We're
here
your
to help
friend.
you.
We're your brother's
to
friend.
find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother. You know him.
That's right.
Then that
We
means
are
you're Sherlock
world-class detective Sherlock
blimey.
Holmes.
All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
And his name carries a lot of weight. Alright, let's take a look around and see what we got. We got the scar. Occasional fights, grew up on the street. Yeah, we knew that though. Oh, there's something here. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hothead. Well, there's one way to put it. Fancy scarf, down, cushy job, office clerk. Hey, good for you, man. Grew up on the streets, and you're an office clerk. Hey, you went to Westgate Prison too. Well, I mean, it makes sense that you committed a crime, I guess. They wouldn't
Good.
be so,
Tell me your account of what
easily
happened.
to grab
I
you
left
if
my
you weren't.
work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was.
I'd stop too if I saw two
I
dead
thought
people.
about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive.
Got blood all over you.
Blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
So the victim's the one that
Interesting.
shot
Pray, continue.
twice.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic.
Can you
And
describe the
then,
man?
Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel,
Did he throw
I
a
heard
flare?
woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Layton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
At least we know it was a
And
man.
what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
Poor
No.
guy.
But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Layton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I mean, you knew it wouldn't look good.
I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
I like the
No,
way
Mr. Holmes.
revenge.
I was just being brave and stupid.
Alright, so we know that you went to the same jail that the other guy did. So you probably
I'm
knew
sure
him.
that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have the
a
same
typical
tattoos.
tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
No one
Would you
should
tell
try
me
to
a
lie to
little about
Sherlock. I mean,
Brian
Sherlock's
Vercotti?
always going to catch you
We
guys.
were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vicotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had
Aw.
died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So
Yeah.
you lost him.
That
Yes.
happens.
And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Alright. Let's connect all the stuff we can connect. Okay, 2 shots from Leighton's revolver. Let's see, there's 1. There's another one. Oops. I always hit that button. Alright, let's see. We only have... Okay, we don't need to worry about that one anymore. And those 2 connect. Okay, so those are all the stuff that connects. So let's see. The person whom Leighton Chapman described as Dave is a fragment of his own imagination. Well, that's probably not true. Firing position. Turner could hear the contrast between the 2 fired shots as they were at different points at Half Moon Street. That's a good reason for now. We'll just do double murder. We'll do compelling evidence. And we'll do personal motive. And that'll all lead us to the clue, or to the conclusion that it was a double murder. But it's early on in our investigation, and that's probably not right, because we know Leighton probably didn't do it. Wiggins would just be devastated. So we're going to continue the investigation and see what we can find. So that's one possibility. So let's go back to Baker Street and search the archives for that bracelet and see what we can find out about that bracelet. Now, so far, we only have Leighton as a suspect and this third person that Leighton saw as a suspect. But nobody else saw him, so we gotta figure out where did this man disappear to and why. And so let's search the archives for the bracelet and see what we can find. Antique bracelet. An antique golden bracelet that was found in Mr. Turner's flat is decorated with distinctive ram's head. So let's get out of newspapers and go to encyclopedias. Probably art. Maybe not art, because I don't see anything about it.
That is
Nope.
not the one I need.
Well, you know, as a guess. Probably not economics. It's history, maybe? Greek history.
That is not the one
Nope.
I need.
I don't see any of those that'll look great. Let's see. Ah, there we go. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, a necklace, and a ring, each made of pure gold. I thought that's heavy. The 5 rams have been missing from the museum since 1885. Sherlock should have
Here
been
it is.
on this case already. Well, I mean, no one died.
I need to
Sherlock,
continue
really.
my research in my archives.
Okay. What do we need to look for? Probably the... Let's see. Been missing from the museum since 1885. So let's go to 1885. And
That is not
Nope.
the one.
that's the one I meant to click on. Treasures theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Fine Arts Expedition. Pawn shop owner Gareth Butler information regarding a gentleman who attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab and had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned, and the lost treasures are still to be found. Looks like they got the guy, but
One of the victims,
not the treasures.
Kenneth Butler, was
Look, he's talking without his
involved
mouth
in
open
the story
again.
of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Alright, let's head over to the pawn shop. And there we go. Pawn shop. Alright, so let's go to the pawn shop and see if this guy is willing to give us any information. Oh, that was a short cab ride. I like it when they're short. Let's see. Watson is on the other side of a closed... I don't know how Sherlock got over here, but he did. This is the first one we've done at night, so Sherlock carries his lantern with him everywhere. Nope, can't touch that guy. That looks like a tavern. That I can't go into. Ah, pawn shop. Here we are. Let's go in.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Huh, I wonder how that happened. Alright, so inside we go. Let's go into the back and take a look at some stuff.
A
Flare
flare
gun.
pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
I know, but I kind of want it. Could always use a object of interest later, I guess. Alright. Oh, there we go. We'll take a look at his countertop. Maybe. Oh, it's got some ram's head.
This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram's head from ancient Greece. You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune! Exclamation point. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. Brian Vicati. Oh. Probably said no, and he killed him.
It looks as though Mr.
Maybe.
Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Oh, okay. Looks like we got a couple more things of evidence. So, let's look over here. Oh,
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
shelves, oh, we get to take those later, I guess. Alright, did we look at all the stuff in here? It looks like it. Alright, let's take a look at some more stuff. We got some more things to look at. So let's connect them. Let's see, can we... Nope. Alright, looks like we were only able to do one more. Alright, so let's do... Let's do burglary. Yes, that one. That should lead us to the conclusion that it was a robbery. And Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. His motive was the theft of ancient and valuable treasures. The last piece of the 5 rams of Minoline, the ring with the ram's head, still remains lost. Let's continue our investigation. I am sure that Leighton didn't do it, and I really want to find out what happened to this third man. So that is another possibility. Alright, let's go back to Half Moon Street. And go back there. And see if there's anything we can find out now that we have some more information. Because we are going to do solve the crime still, so we still have some more stuff to look at. Alright. So let's see. There's Watson. This time Half Moon Street for sure. Oh, we got a cutscene, so something new must have happened. Hey, Wiggins.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Don't say that, Wiggins.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Come on, Wiggins.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Yeah, Cobba.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Oh, come on, Constable. Be a little nicer.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, let's talk to Wiggins. Hey, Wiggins.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother
Yep,
at Scotland
we did.
Yard? Is he alright?
Alright, let's see. See what are we missing? Tell me. There we go. Oh, I hit the wrong button even. One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Find out whom it might have been. Let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, if that's the case, he would have shot up there and over there. So we gotta
I am
examine the
unable
wall.
to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Alright, we'll take this pole here and use that. We should be able to put the lamp on top
This
of that.
should be useful.
Use pole with lantern. Yep, that's what I want to do. Oh,
This
bullet.
is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
That's what we were
What's-
looking for.
There was a third shot fired in this street.
Reenact crossfire at Half Moon Street completed. Kenneth Butler and Brian Riccati both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Possibly. And I believe I already looked at those. Disappearing man. Layton's statements regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Alright, so we gotta go find what happened to the disappearing man. Let's see. talk to the Constable Morrow and find out if it would have been possible to miss someone hiding in the shadows of Half Moon Street at the time of the crime. Alright, let's talk to you.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
God, he must be
my
so
pleasure, Mr.
excited.
Holmes.
He's like,
I
yes,
would like
I
to
get to
make
help
sure
world-famous
that there are
detective
no
Sherlock
places
Holmes.
in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Alright, so it looks like I'm Morrow, and I'm running through. I'm going to try to find Sherlock Holmes. Oh, there he is. I saw his...
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Alright, well, I'll find you again. Alright, so we're running through... Oh, hey, there you are.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
Good try.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Almost had me that time. I ran past too fast. Alright, so he's not over there and over there. Not over there. Here's the two bodies. Oh, there you are. Found you.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Alright. So what does that mean? That means... up the walls. If we can assume that there was no one... there was more than one person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks described by Layton, and attempt to climb the wall. Alright, let's try that. That sounds fun. So we gotta go back to the pawn shop to get the things that let us climb up walls, it looks like. So we'll grab this, and then we'll call it for the night. And we will continue this investigation on Wednesday. Yep. So let's grab the items. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's grab the things that let us climb up walls.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Alright, and then we'll grab the flare gun.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Alright. So we got what we needed. So we are going to call it a night right here. And thank you everybody for stopping by. And I will see you guys on Wednesday when we probably finish up this case and this game. So thank you everybody for stopping by. If you liked it, please follow me on Twitch. And to see this video and other videos like it, subscribe to me on YouTube. It's PongoPuppies. Just search PongoPuppies and you should be able to find me with no problems. So thank you everybody and goodbye.